the first time this year, the boys return home from Melbourne with the much-needed 4 points, but not without a last-quarter scare from a determined Carlton outfit. The win moves West Coast into 5th position with the Demons lined up for this Saturday. Welcome to Eagle Review, proudly sponsored by Masters yet again. Ben Roberts, interesting one. You got to take the win, but less than convincing against a side that definitely won't be there come September.
Yep. My nails are significantly shorter after the last sort of 10 or 15 minutes yesterday. Look, it wasn't... When they got 33 points up, I thought, OK, now's the time to, foot to the throat.
Percentage boost.
Put the foot to the floor and really try and push the issue. Perhaps it's perhaps it's maturity. They need to grow up and be more, ruthless right to the end. But, look, they were a bit nervous toward the end there, but they got 4 points and they'll take it.
Inaccuracy played a large role in this one. Jack Darling's 5 points certainly didn't help, but had two very makeable shots in the fourth quarter. I think he puts those straight through the middle and puts the result to bed and really deflates Carlton's momentum going forward. Does the MCG talk come this week from the critics saying that, yet again, we're not really stamping our authority despite taking the win there?
I don't think that you can go, they played that way because of the MCG, because they played the good footy they played there at the MCG as well, so it's a moot point. But they get another chance at the G in a couple of weeks. Collingwood are in a pretty good form. They took Adelaide to task for most of the game the other week, and they beat GWS away the other week, which is a huge win, so won't be easy in 2 weeks' time.
Chalk Matt Priddis down for another quality game. 24 disposals, 15 contested, 9 clearances and the 8 tackles. Always racks them up, but this tackle in particular that was deemed in the back, this would have just been such a contentious decision had the Carlton player converted, because it would have been 6 minutes to go, 8 points the margin. Fortunately, all the momentum, and still plenty of time to do some damage.
Yeah, I thought when I first saw it, I thought that's in the back, and then when I saw the side replay, I thought it's not in the back. But they're 50-50s that happen all the time. You can't blame. But it would have been a big. Geez, I would have been nervous had he put it through. What'd you say? 8 points with 6 minutes to go with all the momentum. So. Sliding doors.
Yeah, or if Armfield had scored in any way with a minute and a bit to go, his long shot from almost outside 50, that would have been nervous times trying to defend a one-goal lead with Carlton having all the attack. That would have been very, very nervous times. What about old Joe Biden taking the stands? You reckon he was there till the final siren?
Jumping Joe. No, I reckon he probably went into the bar at about midway through the third, thinking it was over at 33 points and just went, no, bugger this, I'm going to watch the other game because that one's better. So better to look at.
Shuey was quality. I think his whole season has been outstanding. Probably one of the front runners for the John Worsfold medal in 2016.
I reckon he's leading.
Yeah, he's right up there. Gov not far behind, but 24 disposals, 7 tackles. His ability to break the tackle now and to get his first disposal out and his clearance numbers has been sensational to watch in 2016. But it was the two forwards that probably did a lot of damage on the weekend in Lecker and Cripps.
Yeah, it was good. And early on, when Eagles were right on top for periods, and it was because they were locking the ball in the forward half. I think closing in on half-time, they had the ball in forward half 65, 68% of the time, which is a lot, obviously. And that's off the back of pressure, and these two are really good at it. So is Hilly, so is JK for a man of his size, but Cripper's arguably the best defensive forward in the comp. Both laid 7 tackles, 3 goals to Cripper, 2 goals to Lecker. Both had 5 and 6 inside 50s respectively, which means they're running up and running back. So big tanks, run really hard, work really hard defensively, and that's probably the key as to why the Eagles played some good footy at periods.
Do need to give mention to Cripper's goal. I thought that was one of the best of season 2016. His solo effort, did it all himself, tackle, recover, snap goal, that was brilliant. Couple of backs that deserve a mention. Brad Shepherd notches off the 100 games. He looked like a drowned rat at the end of the performance with the Gatorade shower. Shara Wellingham did some sensational things on the day. His attack at the contest and his clean hands and disposal went at 100%. But Jeremy McGovern did his All-Australian selection. No harm on the weekend, I thought.
Yep, loves it, Gov. He's amazing to watch, actually. Like, whenever there's a pack in the Eagles' defensive half, I always find myself transfixed on what Gov's doing. Not worried about anyone else, just looks at the footy and just goes clunk most of the time.
It's probably what the opposition should be doing as well.
Yeah, it's great to watch. And, as you say, he'll be in the conversation. He's playing some good footy.
Yeah, and obviously...
Hopefully that thumb's okay.
That is the issue. I mean, he says it's all fine, but of course he is tough as nails. But it'll be interesting to see the medical report from HBF during the week and how that comes about. Good to see Will Schofield get back in the goals circle, mate. It was 55 games since his last one.
Everyone's thumbing through the record books, trying to find out to go back to late 2013 when he kicked the goal last, which was a long, long time ago.
Didn't he do his best to miss it as well?
Oh, yeah. He would have been nervous. And do you reckon he was thinking about it, going, Geez, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
If I miss this, I'm never going to kick a goal, get them alive.
There's 45 out where they don't expect me to make
Yeah.
it, but everyone expects me to
This is
drill
a
it.
soda, and if I miss this, I may as well pack it up.
Yeah. Rightio, let's wrap it up. Roast of the round. It's all local, and there are a ton of them. We'll start with Hilly. Snap goal. You'll see that he was untouched, so there is pressure, but it's perceived pressure.
Do you know what I said? Actually, when I was watching the game, I said, "This is your type of goal, Hilly," and it was Hilly's type of shank.
Yeah, you leave the room when you say things like that.
Yep.
Continue on.
50-metre penalties. There are a few contentious ones on the weekend, actually, especially one on Thursday night. But this one was just there, and it was just stupid by this Carlton player. I can't remember who it was. But
Brought rain.
He tried to bring, exactly right. It came down with icicles on it. It was that high. But that didn't quite win, Stephen.
No, it didn't. Let's go on to, what about Cade Simpson just having a hanger in the last minute on Ginner? So we just got to roast Ginner for that, just being a little stepladder when the game was on the line.
Yep. Now, marking contests, since you were 5 years old playing football, Stephen, what's it been, the ruling when two blokes go for the mark?
It's always man in front.
Always man in front. Obviously not. That's the rule. Must be the MCG rule of the week when Joe Biden is watching. Man in front doesn't get the mark. That was silly, and I don't know why.
This is going to be one of the stranger ones, but Zach Tui, incredible, courageous effort going back with the flight. Jack Darling probably was thinking, what is this bloke doing cannonballing into me? But when you take out the number one pick and your prized recruit for the entire game, Zach Tui, ballsy, but we'll roast you.
But what this is unprecedented, but can I give a toast of the round to Wiedering for pushing through, playing forward, kicking a couple of snaggers on one leg. A lot of resilience for a young man, so well done. Kicking can win your games and it can lose your games, Stephen. And Masto and Hilly had moments they'd probably want to forget late in the piece, which led obviously to turnovers. Could have done more with those, but we'll leave it at that, boys. Just next time, think about it.
Wasn't crunch time getting to everyone on the weekend? It wasn't just the players, the boundary riders were getting a bit nervous, some slippery hands. Having a boundary throw-in recalled with a couple of minutes to go. Haven't had that done since the Olds kick days.
Yeah,
but
under 13s, yeah.
That was an interesting moment. Don't think we'll see him in the seniors next week.
No, but the winner, and you'd almost, if your father's fullback of the century, you probably didn't have the genes for goal kicking, although Big Sauce did go forward late in the piece and kicked a few snags. He wasn't the worst kick you've ever seen. But his son kicked his first goal last week, so the nerves are off. Lines up. Carlton actually had quite a few shots where they missed, but this is a miss of gigantic proportions.
Joe Biden was nervous. He was going to hit him in the stand, I thought.
I don't think I've seen a worse kick. Try and find one, go through the archives, but I don't think I've seen a worse kick.
Barring missing the ball, I don't think you'll come across one either. Appreciate your time. Demons this weekend, get around it. Cheers, Masters. Do you want to be a part of WA's more awesome squad? Prove it. You can win 5 tickets for you and mates to come to a West Coast Eagles home game. Just snap a photo of you and your other squad members, hashtag Masters Squad, and head to Masters Instagram or Facebook page to get the ultimate fan experience.